Let us see how to enter admission details of a student. Already you configured the settings required to fill the admission form like class, sections, medium. I would like to enter the student details in the academic year of 15-16, that is 2015-16. Here the login academic year is 2014-15, so I want to change this as 15-16. Click here and choose the academic year and click on apply. Now the present session which I am working is 2015-16. For the 2015-16 I would like to enter all the student details. Let us see how. Go to admissions and then click on admission entry. Already you configured the settings to fill the admission form like classes, sections, medium, academic year, documents, master settings, etc. Now let's see how to use those settings. Here this academic year mean the academic year that you logged in, that is the present academic year. Join year means this is also an academic year, the academic year at which the student is joined in the school. This could be any of the academic year in the list. Let's say if the student is new joining, here I am specifying that 15-16. That means student joined in the 15-16 year. That means for the present academic year he is new student. Here the academic year is 2015-16. The student joining academic year is also here selected as 2015-16. That means for the academic year 2015-16 the student is new. Let's say if the student is joined for 2014-15, actually the present academic year is 2015-16, the student joined in the year of 2014-15. So this student is old for the academic year 2015-16. This is very important to understand to know whether the student is new or old for the given academic year. This is the admission number. So it is in disabled mode. The system will give you the auto increment of admission number. How to do that settings? Let's know. Go to settings and then go to auto numbers. These are the different types of auto numbers you can create in the digital school software. Here we are going to discuss about the admission auto number. So click on the same. So here these are the different formats available, and this is the admission number starts with 1. These are the different formats. So admission number type is auto. In case you want to do manually, you want to enter the admission number yourself, you do not want auto increment, then you go for choose manual. Once it is chosen, click on save to save the settings. So here close the admission screen and reload. See, now the admission number box is allowed to enter the admission number. Now you can enter the admission number as you wish or as you want. Please note that the admission number should be unique for the entire database. That means one admission number to be allotted only for one student. If the admission number is duplicate, system will not allow you to save the admission record. This is the date of admission. So here the join year is here. Join year is 2015-16 and present academic year is also 15-16. So the student is new. So select the present class. Present class is 5th. So admission in class is also a 5th because he is new student. So in case if the student joined in the academic year 2014-15, so then admission in class lets you to select admission in class also. If it is the present academic year and join academic year and same, it won't allow you to choose admission in class because it's obviously the present class itself is a admission in class. So here medium of instruction is only one. You can choose the medium of instruction. So first name usually a surname. Devalok is the name of the student. Last name is the Kumar. So you can enter the admission student's name. Here the date of birth. Choose the date of birth from the calendar year. Let's say here you can choose the date of birth. You can type gender as a male. So the category is the day scholar. If the student is residential, then select residential. This is a hostel year, means is obviously 2015-16 because he joined in this year only. So ID marks, identification marks, it's usually mole addresses. So religion, caste and caste category, if it is required you can enter this. So these are the buttons to add the category. So these are the boxes are there to select the religion. Similarly caste and caste category buttons. So here you cannot directly type a religion, caste or caste category. You will have to choose from the existing. In case your school do not want to maintain these information, so simply leave it as not applicable. So address for correspondence, let's say the number. Gautami Lane. Gautami Nagar. City. Vijayawada and Mandal. So by clicking first letter you can choose from the existing system also. It is not available. country. You can specify from here. Phone number. This is the land phone number. This is the mobile number. So email address and mother tongue is, so these are the optionals. Whether the students, how is student is coming to school, whether on by walk or cycle or by bus, whatever. These are the different selections. In case you do not want to maintain, simply leave it as a blank. Previous schools, previous school, previous class, class start. So even the admission you given so and so date, but when do you want to start the classes for him? Whether it is default as academic year start date or the student having a special date to start the classes. Here you will have to specify. First language, second language, third language, in case any different languages that you are giving as subject optionals, here you can choose those languages. See, here is a transport, click here to transport. So the route of the transport and point where the student is boarding the bus and from which month he is going to utilize the transport details. So let us see about later these transport details. So I would like to show you entering the transport details as total students at one time. So here along with the admission, individual admission student, here I am not entering that. So uncheck it. Later you can do if your school offering transport facility also. So here I am going to choose the photograph. This is the photograph of the student. So once you enter all the details, you click here, click the button save. Hostel room not selected. Here you selected a student as a residential student, but you did not select the hostel room. Click on this button to choose the hostel block and room where he is going to accommodate it. So we'll come to know these details in later about these hostel fee details and all. So now click on save button. Admission data saved. This is the residential student holding the hostel ID. This is means residential ID. This is admission number for the school. This is the date of admission. The class is present is 5th and admitted class is also 5th. The name. These are the basic details of the student. Let's move into the parental information. This is the parent information. Here you can enter the parent father details. Let's say Ravi Kumar, qualification B, occupation business, let's say. These are the phone details, mobile number, email and blood group, annual income, etc. So whatever the details that you have, you collected rather, simply enter those details and click on save. So parent information is saved. And then you go for documents submitted. Other info is one of the tabs. Here you can enter the additional information like nationality, birth country, permanent address, etc. It depends on the school, it is required. So here you can pick the siblings. This is a commonly, it is very important for all schools. Sibling. So if this particular student having brothers and sisters, those who are studying in your school, you can choose them by to add the sibling to the student. Click on pick So choose the class. So there's a list of students under the selected class and section. You can search the name by our roll number or admission number or student name. So Bushara Parveen is the younger brother of that student. So click on double click. So the sibling is added here. Like this, you can work with the siblings of that particular student. Now go for the tab document submitted. So here you can add the document. These are the list of documents. Birth certificate, so one copy is given, and similarly progress reports already submitted for 4 classes, so transfer certificate is given. So these are the certificates given by the student. So family photo, here you can browse the family photo. So you have to capture the photo and saved in your computer. The saved picture can be browsed using this photo option. In case you want to clear the photo, use this remove. So this family photo is very useful for the hostel students to permit the visitors. Okay, once you browse the photo and then click on save. Previous study, this here you can add the information of the student previous study details. So this is also very optional. So like this you can work with the admission register with different tabs. Okay, this out of all these fields, few fields are compulsory. After once you enter the data, then you can click on to enter the new record, click on clear button. So the cursor is ready to for the new entry. Like this you can add on a record by record. Please note that these are the mandatory fields of the admission record. That means the fields that you should compulsory enter. That is admission number, join year, admission in class, present class, medium of instruction, gender, category, whether it is the residential students or day scholar, and first name. These are all mandatory fields. Remaining all fields are optional, like address and other fields are optional. Now let us see how to modify admission record. For example, you have closed the admission screen, admission entry screen. Simply go to admissions, go to view. So here you can choose the classes that you require. Here I am going to choose class 5 and section as all. So category residential and day scholar both, gender male and female, sort by student name. So click on show. The list of students for the selected category appears here. So this is the student. Select the students and click on mouse right button and then show details. So this is the student information. So I would like to add Yeah, here the first name, the middle name is Krishna. Actually, it is given as this a name to be changed. So this is how. So here, in case the date of birth also sometimes wrong. Here it is 03. Like this, you can change the information you want. So once you change the information, click on edit. So the information edited, that means modified, and closed the screen. This is how to modify the student's information. This is a one way. Or else you can do alternatively, you can simply open the entry screen and here you can pick the student. Pick and choose class 5th as section as all. So double click, then student information is appeared. Now still you can do necessary modifications. Here you can do the modification that you require. After that, click on edit. So for example, you want to modify the parent information, you do the necessary modification in the parent tab and click on save. Similarly, document submitted, or it may be related to family photo, each tab having its own save or modify. Previously studied is also every tab having its own modify. So here this is the information. To edit this information, you click here edit. So it's all the admission record works on tab wise. So this is how to modify the admission record. Now let us see how to delete the admission record. So here you can close this, go to admissions and then student view, select the student. So right click, you have other options. Here is a delete. Click on delete button. You are going to delete record. Do you want to continue? If you click yes, this record will be deleted. Please make sure that the student does not have any associated records. If he has associated records, then this record will not be deleted until those associated records deleted. So here I do not want to delete this record, so I am clicking on no. Sometimes you need to delete the record even it has associated records. So in that case, digital schools software provide you to delete the record by selecting it and click on mouse right button, then click on delete with marks and fees. Marks entry and fees entry is an associated records. So the system will delete those associated records first and then it deletes the admission record. That is how this particular option will work. The digital school software is well organized software. All the function and utilities of the software will work on based on user rights. We will see the user rights in coming sessions. Here we logged in as user admin, that is administrator. He has all the permissions to work with the software. That is the reason why we are able to work with the software with all the permissions. Okay, here when I click this, the following module data found for this student. So in fact there is no associated records, so it is in blank. Do you want to continue? If I click S, the record will be deleted. So in case this particular student having the associated records, those associated record modules will be listed here. Okay. Here I am clicking on no because I don't want to delete. So here I would like to tell you another interesting option. That is change class. Click on this change class option. In case you want to change the present class of the student, as you know, student having the two classes in admission entry, that is admission in class and present class. In case you want to change the present class, you will have to use this option. This present class and admission class will not change by using student modify option. You will have to use this screen to change the present class of the student. Here the present class of the student is 5th. So you want to change the present class of the student as say 6th. Then save. Class change. The present class is changed. So student automatically goes to 6th class as the present class. Present class means for this academic year. So click on show. Here I want to change the student present class as 6th. So after changing the present class as 6th, click on save. Class changed. So the present class has been changed. So now you can pick him or you can get him in class 6th. So this is a newly present class is 6th. Admission in class is also 6th. In case you want to change the student's admission in class, you can perform this operation by selecting the student and click on mouse right button and then choose change admission class. This means admission in class changed here. So this is the present class as 6th. New class, that's newly present class, is also as 6th. Now you can change this admission class. Let's say 6th. Let's say it is 6th already. Now I am going to change it as 5th. It means that I want to change the admission in class as 5th. Actually it is 6th. Now I want to change it as admin in class as 5th for the academic year 2015 and 16. New academic year is actually this is 2014-15. and 15. Save. Class changed. This means that here the student join academic year changed as 2014 and 15 for the class 5th. See, admission in class changed as 5th, present in class as 6th. This class, change class or change admission class to be conducted using these two screens, not simply by doing modification here. You can observe this join year has been changed for 2014-15 because we changed the admission class year also at the time of changing admission in class. After giving the admission, there is another step called section roll number allotment. Click on admissions and then click on section roll number allotment. This is the section and roll number allotment screen. Using this screen, you are going to allot a section for a student or roll number. Now let us see how to allot the section for a student. Section means same class divided into number of sections to accommodate fixed number of students in a classroom. Here we have two options to allotment. One is a section, another is a roll number. Here I selected the section, then select the class. It's a class 6th. The students under the class 6th will appear here. The students under the selected class is being listed out. Now here you have a different type of sections. These sections you are configured in the settings. Let's say settings, school info, class. See, these are the sections you have configured. So these sections are appeared throughout the software. So these are the classes configured. So these classes appeared throughout the software. Okay, I am closing this. Here you can choose the section here you wish to allot this for this particular student. Let's say A section. So after allotting the section, simply save. Like this, if the student is more than one, usually you will have to choose the section. So use any one of the section from this drop down list. So after allotment is over, then click on save. Data saved, it means section information saved for the class 6th. Now after allotting the section, you can allot the roll numbers. Now let us allot roll number. To allot the roll number, select the class and section.